Coming to you live, roughly 3 million cat years from home. This is Optimal Play. I'm Brandon, and I am here to play Mini Moons, a cat in space themed solo game by Diego Taran and, forget my pronunciation, Natasha Kononenko, who is the illustrator, that is on Kickstarter now, and they graciously provided me a copy to play through for you. Cats in space. They're having a real renaissance right now, aren't they? Malem was a big hit, almost a party game adjacent kind of experience about cats in space, and now on the other end of the spectrum, when you still need those cats in space and you're all alone, you've got Mini Moons, a purely solo game. But I'm a dog person. I have 2.8 corgis, by which I mean 2 adult corgis and 1 corgi puppy. And I'm feeling really, I don't know, I feel some kind of way about there being so many cats in space and no dogs in space in board games that I'm aware of. So hit me up with your best dogs in space board game recommendations that I may not know about in the comments. But until then, there's Mini Moons, a cute, tiny solo game on Kickstarter now. In this game, it's actually unclear to me. Chime in, Diego, in the comments. Am I a cat in this game? I know that I'm rescuing cats, or at least finding cats and taking them home. I didn't see any clarity in the rules in here about am I a person who loves cats in Mini Moons, or am I a cat, or what? So anyway, let me know. But what I do know is that we will be landing on these moons made out of small little cards, mining them, hopefully finding minerals and gear, using those minerals and gear to get things that we need, like energy, oxygen, and fuel, to gradually make our way through 3 moon systems to get home. You win the game, you're considered to win the game if you make it home, but then you get sort of up to 5 victory points, where those points are how many cats you got. So that's kind of where the push your luck comes from, is like, you're running low on oxygen, but just around that corner might be that 5th cat. Do you want to risk it and risk losing it all to make sure you save all 5 cats? I haven't made those decisions yet. My first game of this that I played off camera didn't go well in lots of ways, so I'm hoping that this one goes better. I'm going to dive right in. I have not yet drawn my starting piece of tech, which is a remote. I can discard this to call the ship to my current location, which is pretty handy, I would think. Let's get started on this moon. I'm going to choose one of these external locations to land on. Right here. Okay, this space on the moon just says it costs me an extra oxygen to move. I'm turning myself to read this card. To move left. So this cube right here is my ship, and this one is my me. It's a meeple, that is me. And I can now explore the outskirts of this ship. Ultimately, I am looking for mines so that I can roll some dice and hopefully discover some minerals, which I can then spend on the things that I need to keep my expedition going, like oxygen, and also cat treats to lure cats to come home with me. So, oh, and fuel. Fuel's good too. It all comes from minerals, so that's key here. So there's no reason for me to go counterclockwise here, which would cost me extra oxygen. So I think I will head this way, spending 2 oxygen to discover a new part of the moon. Oh, it's a little fuel event. Okay. It looks like I gain 1 fuel and 2 oxygen. That worked out great. Then I'm just going to spend that 2 oxygen and keep moving, because we haven't found a mine yet. There's a cave with a cat. I can spend a cat treat to draw one of the cats. The cats are both that end game victory condition, and also they give you an ongoing ability that the ones that I've seen pretty good. That said, to get a cat treat, I would need to have 3 minerals and spend them at my ship to convert them into a cat treat. So that's not happening right now, and I don't see much choice but to keep on exploring. There's a mine. Okay, well, maybe we can make this work. I'm going to put this black die. Whenever you find a mine card, you put this black die on it that shows how many more times it can be mined. And then these show you the difficulty of mining it depending on whether you're on a small or a large moon. These are both small moons. We'll see some large ones later on. So I need to roll a 4 or higher when I roll these 2 yellow dice when I take a mining action, which I'm going to go ahead and do. So I spend an energy to give it a shot, and I rolled a 6. How are these? Okay, I was worried that these small yellow dice wouldn't play well on camera, but they actually seem to read okay. So that's good. Forgive me as I take a sip of my beer here. Solo games should always be done under the influence. That's how I see it. Multiplayer games too. Okay, so I succeeded. I'm going to tick the mine down to 2, and I can just choose one of these cards from the interior of the moon to draw. Like this one. It's going to give me 4 minerals. That's great. I guess my tentative plan is to use my remote to call the ship over here, grab a cat treat, or maybe move back over here, grab a cat treat from the ship to get the cat, and then move on to the next moon. But for now, I'm going to keep mining. See if we can at least get everything there is to get out of this mine. I rolled a 4, which is just good enough, so there's 1 charge left in the mine, and I've gotten 3 more minerals. You can get other things. I think maybe just more tech also from the mines is the other thing you can find, which I wouldn't mind. The tech is pretty good. So I'm going to spend an energy to try to mine this last bit. That'll do it with a 5, so 5 more minerals. Heck yes. Okay, 12 minerals. I think I'm happy moving on to the next moon. I don't want to... because I want to end up coming back to this cat space. Like if I go walk all the way around, then I'll have to keep walking, and I don't know if I'll find a mine. I am just going to spend 1 oxygen, which is what it costs to move to a space you've seen before. And I'm going to go ahead and use this remote. You know, costs tech to make tech? Sure. Gotta spend tech to make tech. Gotta spend tech to rescue cats. Anyway, I think that ultimately doing this to efficiently get a cat, getting a cat so early in the game, their abilities are so good that that's going to be well worth it. So now that I'm at my ship, I can do these conversions, these mineral conversions. So I have 12 minerals. I'll just start by spending 3 on a cat treat. This is for marking when we have the cat treat that we can only hold 1 of. And then I'll immediately use it to get a cat. So we have Ori. Once per mining action, reroll 1 die. Okay, so I think functionally I'm rolling 3 dice whenever I mine from now on, which seems good to me. And that's one of the 5 cats to get the best, the best ending. If this was Mass Effect, I'm trying to think of a cat pun for Mass Effect. Meow Effect? That's the best I can do. Anyway. Okay. Well, I guess there's no need for me to spend these minerals right now. I'm pretty good on everything. So I'm going to hop over to the other moon. That costs 1 fuel. Ultimately then, to get to the next systems, it's going to cost 2, and then 3, and then 4 fuel. But to hop from one moon to the other in the same system, just going to be 1. So I'll start here at the bottom. Wow, another positive effect. I can gain 3 oxygen or a tech. I'm going to take a tech. It's an O2 tank that I can use for 4 oxygen and 2 energy. Oh, that's incredible. I'm trying to think about it. Is there any reason not to do it? I guess just in case I find like more oxygen gain, I don't want to be at my maximum, so I guess I'll save it. You can also spend tech on to gain 1 mineral, but that seems like a real last resort situation because this is worth like 5 minerals worth of stuff if you use it for its actual effect. I guess it would only be like in the late game if you really need fuel, and this doesn't give you that technically. Okay, well, let's hit the road. 2 oxygen to head over here. It's another mine. Okay, this is going great. This is going way better than the practice game I played off camera. I'm sorry you didn't get to see that because I was not this lucky. All right, I'm going to spend some energy and get to mining, so I need to roll a 4 again. This mine is actually another copy with the same dice values on it as the one we saw before. I rolled a 6, so that'll do it. Let's mine 3 more minerals. I didn't consider that the other reason to spend minerals at the ship would be... Oops, speaking of which, I should not have moved to the ship with me when I moved. I didn't consider that I could also hit a mine and max out my minerals. So I should have thought about that, but I can backtrack. Okay, that takes the mine down to 2. And I'm going to do it again. 5 will do it. It ticks down to 1. I haven't missed one of those rolls yet. Okay, I found a tech. That tech is a teleporter. Like inconspicuous blue phone booth. Wonder what that's referencing. Teleport to any space on the current moon. That's kind of like the reverse of the remote, I guess. I'll probably use it to teleport to the ship more often than not. That seems great. Okay, and I'm going to spend an energy to mine one more time then, because I guess since that wasn't minerals, I'm not risking maxing out. I rolled a 5, so let's go with 4 more minerals. Okay, so that went great. I do think that because my minerals are so full and I don't have a cat tree, if I find a cat cave, I think I go back to my ship now, spend these minerals, and maybe I'll go around this way. So it's 1 oxygen to go to an explored card. And okay, let's spend some. So I might as well. I'm flush with minerals, so I can spend 2 minerals on 3 oxygen. I'm going to do that right now. Fill up my tanks a little bit. I can spend 1 mineral per energy, and I definitely want that filled up too. So let's buy 3 that way. And 3 for a cat treat. I still have 8. Well, so then I guess I'll start stockpiling fuel a little bit. Let me buy 1 fuel. And then I think I have plenty. There's no way I'm going to max out from 6. So, okay. Let's spend 2 oxygen to explore counterclockwise. Hey! It's a cat cave. I think that's what the game calls them, cat caves. I didn't know that there were cat caves on moons, but I guess there are on these ones. Okay, I'm going to spend a cat treat. Lure out mouse. It says conversions at ship. 2 minerals for 4 oxygen and 2 minerals for 3 energy. So that improves my ability to spend my minerals. That seems great. And I am doing so well that I don't see any reason not to keep on going and see if I can find another mine. So 2 oxygen. Oh, this is great. Okay. It's a telescope space. It says peek at 2 unexplored cards in the moon system. So I'm going to peek. There's a mine. It is a tougher one, though. It takes 5s. And wow, and this one is a positive benefit as well, gaining energy or oxygen. Okay, this was this was just an incredible moon. There's no downside to exploring this moon. So I'm going to keep going into this mine. It's got 4 charges, but I can only get 2 more things out of this mine. So I'm rolling for 5s here, but I have a reroll from Ori. Or I could just roll incredibly to begin with that 5. So take the mine down to 3 and 2 minerals. I'll take it. And let's go again. I think I forgot to spend an energy that time, right? So I'll spend a second one here. Okay. And I rolled a 6. This is incredible. Incredible. Okay, and 2 more minerals. Okay. The nice thing is that now that this moon is completely mined out, it's called a hollow moon, and you can move for 1 less oxygen. Not sure what the science behind that is, but that's how it works here. So I can move for 1 oxygen into this unexplored card. And this, so let's see, 2 oxygen is now worth about a mineral to me, or these 3 energy are worth about 2 minerals to me. Okay, so I'll take the 3 energy. 1, 2, 3 from that event. And then I can just strut back to my ship, bouncing along the hollow moon. No oxygen spent. That went great. I've got the fuel, so I'm just going to move on to the next system, I think. Yeah, I'll spend 2 fuel. We are going to clear the table and go to the next system, which has a small moon and a large moon. I wonder if it's that Are cats just inherently better astronauts? Is that why there's not dog in space games? Are cats just more, do they breathe less oxygen? Can they hold their breath longer? Are they just more focused? I mean, I guess I'm picturing putting a dog in a spacesuit and I feel like they would just immediately scratch their way out of it. Or at least, like, use their back leg to scratch their helmet off or something. Probably wouldn't end well. I do have to give this game credit for that. Okay, so I am shuffling all of the cards that are the external parts, of the moons back together, as well as the internal mineral cards that will go into the moons. So the large moons are a little tougher because they're larger, more ground to cover to potentially get to the mines and the things you want to get to. And also, the mines have that second tier of difficulty that makes it, you have to just get luckier, potentially burn more energy to successfully mine there. So let's get going. We've got another small one, so that's going to be 6 cards. And a large moon that's going to be 8 cards around it. Just 2 not dealt, okay. And then these mineral cards are still going to be 5 in the small moon. And I think it was 7 in the big moon. Also, you have to mine more for it to become hollow to easily get back to your ship. So let me just start at the small moon. I'll start there. It's pretty arbitrary where you start. And I can't think of any... Yeah, no, I'm going to reveal it. Okay, this one is going to cost me extra to move counterclockwise. So I will be moving clockwise from here, I think, is the plan. Let's see, should I spend some minerals before I go? Almost definitely. I can spend 2 minerals for 3 energy, but my energy would hit the cap, so that doesn't feel great. But 2 minerals for 4 oxygen, and my oxygen's only at 7, so let's do that a couple times. I'm going to spend 2 and another 2 to get 4 twice. I'm going to go from 7 to 11 to 15. You know what? I'm just going to do it again. I'm at 19, full tanks. And then... I think the main other thing, I'm just going to make it, I have the fuel to get off this planet. There's the chance, if I spend all my minerals and I don't find any mines here, because it is a random distribution of these cards, that I could get stuck here if I'm unable to afford fuel. And I have seen an effect, I think, that makes you lose a fuel. I'm going to risk it, I guess. This is where you get risky. I'm going to spend 3 minerals for a cat treat, so that if I encounter a cat here, I can take it home. Okay, well, minerals are spent. Let's spend 2 oxygen and get moving this way. Oh, it's a mine! Great, my worries were unfounded. It's a small moon, so I still only need a 4, and I'm going to spend an energy and get right to mining. I whiffed that one with a 2 and a 1. Ori lets me reroll 1. There's a 4. Whew, thank you, Ori. Okay. 5 minerals. Great start. Puts me from 1 to 6. And I'm going to keep on going. Another energy. Oops, I'm getting ahead of myself taking this down. That only happens if you succeed, so I'll leave that die at 2. And a 6 will succeed. And 2 more minerals. Let's do it again. Spend an energy. 3 and a 2 won't do it. Ori's reroll is a 1. Oof. Failed mining. That's okay. I'll spend another energy and try it again. There we go. That's a 5. Okay, so that mine is collapsed. 4 more minerals. Great. What was I worried about? I think I'll keep exploring. My oxygen is so high. Let me go 1, 2 to go this way. Another fire. 3 energy or 2 oxygen. Let me take 3 energy. And spend another 2 oxygen to explore. A tech or 3 oxygen. I'm going to take a tech. It's another remote, so I could bring the ship to me. But I think I want to keep exploring here, so another 2 oxygen. It's another mine. It's a tougher one. Again, I keep drawing these like in the wrong order because this has 4 charges, but there's only 2 cards I could get. But I think I'll go for it. I have a lot of energy. So I need a 5 here. And I got one. This becomes 3 charges left, and I get a tech. Rations! I can spend these for 3 oxygen and a cat treat. Wow! That's incredible. Alright, let's spend this energy and finish off the mine. Roll to 6. And 3 more minerals. Jeez, this moon went well. It's hollow now, so I could skip this and go all the way back. But I'm afraid I'm leaving a cat behind. I'm gonna spend the oxygen just to not... Oops, it only cost me 1 to see this card. It is a cat cave. Whew. Playing it, being thorough has paid off here. Okay, so I have a cat treat. Let's rescue Zoe. Once per moon, I can teleport to the ship? Well, what's this teleporter for then if I have Zoe? Jeez. Okay. Well, this went great. It's free to move back to the ship since the moon's hollow. And I'm going to spend this fuel to hop over to the large moon. So here we go. Oh, it's another cat cave right off. I don't see any reason to get precious with these rations in this situation, so I'm going to spend them to get 3 oxygen and a cat treat. And then I'll use the cat treat to get Ada. Once per moon system, flip 3... once per moon system, okay. Flip 3 of the mineral cards face up. Oh, so I can make sure that I'm getting the bigger ones. Once per moon system. Oh, so now that I've already cleared this moon, that's the main decision, I guess, is just which moon do you use it on? Because it's once per system, but might as well use it here. So, a 3 mineral, a 3 mineral, and a 3 mineral. All right, they get as low as 2, so the question will be, do I want to just take a sure thing 3 when I mine, or do I want to... Actually, I guess the question is, do I stay here at all? Since now I can... What I saw is, like, not huge amounts of minerals. I could just buy fuel and get the hell out of here. It would cost me 6 minerals worth of fuel, but I have 15. I already got 2 cats from this system, so that feels good. I think I leave. I think I leave? Is there a chance that I'm leaving a cat behind here? I've got the next system. 2 large moons. I think I'm just gonna go. Okay, so I'm gonna spend 6 minerals on 3 fuel. Spend that 3 fuel to get the hell out of here. Onto a double large moon system. So I gotta pick these up again. So I know, because again, I got wrecked in my practice game, that there are some of these, some of the cards that are the, forgive me for not remembering the official name for them, but that are the edges of the moon. And some of them are negative. You lose things just when you get there. So they ruin your potentially carefully mathed out plans. I haven't seen a single one this on-camera game. It's pretty amazing so far. Let's see if this holds up. I am going to need 4 fuel to get home. So, I mean, I guess I... Yeah, well, let me set this up and then... I don't think that I'm going to do the safe thing and leave a cat behind and go home with 4 at this point because this game is going so well. But I have 9 minerals and it would cost me 8 minerals to buy the fuel to get home and win the game with 4 cats. So that's an option. And because I'm identifying it as an option now, if I decide not to and something goes terribly wrong and I run out of oxygen and lose or something, I will remember this moment and kick myself for it. But I gotta get that 5th cat. You know? No cat left behind. Alright, so 2 large moons are gonna look like this. Here's one. Here is 2. Oh, I've made them a little close to each other, but that should work out. Okay, and then 7 mineral cards in each one. Okay. And you know what? I've been going left to right this whole time. I'm going to start on the right. I'm going to go as right as I can go. And another great spot. I'm going to gain a tech. And it's TNT. Holy shit. This says discard it to get all of the mineral cards from a mine? This is so strong. Okay, so like if I find a mine with 4 charges, I just use the TNT and draw 4 cards for free? That's so good. Okay, so let me see. What do I want to stock up on before I leave the ship? I think I want a cat treat. 1, 2, 3. That should be the last cat treat I could possibly need. And I'm going to stock up on, let's see, it's what, 2 minerals for 4 oxygen with my upgraded conversion. So let's top off oxygen to 17. And I'll spend 2 minerals on energy. And there we go. I'll save 2, which is enough to buy a fuel so that if I get completely hosed on this, I can afford fuel to hop to the other moon. Here we go. 2 oxygen. I'm going to go counterclockwise. Oh, here we go. It looks like there's a fuel leak. -1 fuel or -5 oxygen. And I don't have the fuel to lose, so I'm going to lose the 5 oxygen. Ouch. That's scary. That's scary. And then all I can really do is keep walking. 2 more oxygen to see. Here's a mine. Okay. 3. I think I'll go ahead and use Ada to flip 3 of these face up. 3, 3, and a 4. Okay. And yeah, I brought the energy for a reason. Let me start mining. I need a 5 here on a large moon to succeed, so I got it. 2 charges left in this mine. And I think the 4 is great. I'm going to take the 4. And I will go again. Need a 5. I got a 2 and a 6. That's going to leave the moon with 1 charge. I'm not going to settle for 3. I'm going to draw for better. Well, I drew a 2. Whoops. All right, and let's go one more time. 5 will do it. Okay. And another 4. Back up to 12 minerals. Sweet. Now the main reason I wouldn't just go back to the ship is that I'm afraid, oops, I've been moving the ship with me again. Whoops, it should be there. My main fear is that I'd be leaving a cat behind, so I think I should keep going this way. Spending 2 oxygen. I can always call the ship to me with the remote, so, or teleport to the ship. So yeah, I don't need to worry about my oxygen getting too low now that I have minerals to buy more. Oh, it's another mine. If I blow it up, I might exceed my mineral cap, so I think I'll mine it the old-fashioned way. I need a 5 to succeed again. I got a 6. I'm gonna check out some of these blind ones. Oh, got a tech card. It is a stash. I can use this for a fuel, 2 oxygen, and an energy. I don't see any reason not. Like, I can benefit from all those. I'm just gonna use it now. Eat up that stash. 1 fuel, 2 oxygen, 1 energy. Incredible. And I'm going to keep mining. 4 and a 3 won't do it. I'll use my reroll from Ori. And a 4. That fails. Well, I'm going to try again. Need a 5. Got a 3 and a 2. That didn't do it either. A reroll from Ori. There's a 6. Okay. Down to 1 charge left. And I guess I'm happy with a 3? No, I'm gonna, pushed it, got a 2. Okay. I'm so flush with minerals, I'm just going to keep on moving. I'm just looking for a cat at this point, so I'll save that energy. I'm going to move here for 2. Oh, an oxygen link. -2 energy or oxygen. I'm going to lose the... I mean, 2 oxygen is just worth... It's cheaper to buy back than 2 energy is, so... I'm going to lose the oxygen and then spend 2 to keep walking. It's a telescope. Okay, I can peek at the remaining 2. There are no cats here, so I think I want to get the heck out. Okay, so I will use Zoe once per moon, teleport to the ship. Boom, back to the ship. Let's spend these minerals because all my supplies are low. I can spend 2 for 4 oxygen, so let me do that twice to start. Puts me up at 10. Let me do that a third time. Puts me at 14. And then I can spend 2 for 3 energy, so I'm going to do that once. Putting me back up to 6 energy. And I'm going to hop over to the other planet, I guess. I got to find that cat. So I've spent my only fuel, and space that says pay extra to move counterclockwise. So I guess I'm going clockwise. Am I happy with the 14 oxygen? Yeah, I have an oxygen tank. That should be fine. Okay, so I'm going to spend 2 to move clockwise. Oh, it's a nice fire. 3 energy or 2 oxygen? I'll take 3 energy. Now I should have plenty for any mines. And I will spend oxygen to keep walking. It's a cave. I think that this about wraps it up. I can spend my cat treat, draw the final cat, which is Gnar. Once per moon system, peek at 2 cards of each moon. Well, okay, I'll peek at the next 2 cards just to see what they look like. It's another cat cave and a mine. Well, just for fun. Oh wait, I was just gonna say I could just go end the game now that I have 5 cats, but I do need more minerals for fuel. So let me go to this mine, blow it up with TNT, get 1,000,000 minerals, go home. That's gonna be the plan. I think that I don't see how it goes wrong. 1, 2. Alright, it's cat cave. I have all the cats, so this cave must not have anyone in it. And then another 2 oxygen. I found a mine. It's a mine with 4 charges, and I would need to roll 6s, which I don't like my odds of. Luckily, I have the TNT to blow up the mine and get all 4 mineral cards. So, bam! At 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 minerals. Takes me up to the maximum of 19. Seems good. With that, I think I will just use the remote. Call the ship to me. Spend 8 minerals. 19 down to 11 on fuel. And use 4 fuel to go home. I did it. That was mini moons. I feel like I might have been saying micro moons a couple times. Mini moons. That went great. That went so much better than my previous run. And there, you saw one or two finally here in this last system. Some of those negative cards that cost you oxygen or fuel or energy. I just hit those all up front, and it just really threw me off. I couldn't really get going. So I think that this game looked easy from this playthrough, but I also think that it was luck was on my side here, and it plays so quick that like I don't mind luck being swingy here and there. It also has a hard mode. Well, so it has some achievements you could go for, like the next kind of, I guess maybe the next thing I would try the next time I play is there's an achievement for getting all 5 cats and not using any tech. So that seems tough because the tech was so good, and I definitely made good use of it here. And then finally there's a hard mode where you use a new system map with slightly higher fuel costs. And let's look at, fuel track doesn't have it, but the oxygen track you start at and have a cap of 15. The energy track you start at and have a cap of 7. That's low enough that you would have to like go back to your ship and refuel your energy potentially mid-moon. And a mineral track that starts at, they always start at 0. Starts at 0 but has a cap of 15. that one doesn't seem so bad. But so, yeah, this I really enjoyed it, and I can't complain about the size to get an experience as cool in a box that can literally go in your back pocket or and be in the well, maybe this wouldn't quite fit on an airplane tray. I was going to say it can go in the seat back pocket in an airplane until you're ready to play it when you've reached your cruising altitude. But anyway, what I'm saying is it's extremely travel friendly and a really cool little jaunt through space collecting cats. So Mini Moons is on Kickstarter now. I will put a link to it in the description. Please hit the like button. Subscribe to Optimal Play while you're there. It is the only way to help us out. There's no Patreon or anything, so we really appreciate it. And that's going to do it for this playthrough. So I'm trying to get solo on. I'm trying to maybe get about really we've been mostly about multiplayer games on Optimal Play, which is personally how I mostly play. But I've been getting into solo games more, and so also I've been wanting the channel to reflect my tastes. And so I'm going to try to have maybe a weekly solo video. Kind of 3 videos a week, 2 multiplayer and 1 solo is kind of what I'm thinking for the foreseeable future. So whether you're a solo gamer or like games of all different sizes and player counts, please join me as I check out all sorts of good stuff in the future. And I'll see you then. Till then, be optimal.